I'm nervous. Anyway.
Why are you nervous? I'm the one on the camera.
Well, I guess, yeah. But I'm interviewing.
Yeah, and
And
I'll be judging you.
I don't have any questions written down, just so you know. So, are you wanting me to, like, interview you, like, how you interview people or, like, how like, I want to on
This is your show now.
Oh god. Okay. I haven't listened to your previous, like, yours, the ones where you talk. I don't know what you talked about
It's okay.
before.
That's all right.
Okay. What have you can you summarize what you've talked about? We can
I
go
don't even
from
know what
there.
I've talked about. You
Okay.
know what I need? I've talked on here so much. It just blends together. I've
Valid.
probably repeated myself so many times.
Yeah.
People who have listened to every episode, they're probably like, "Oh, say talking about this again,"
Mhm.
you know. But
Um,
I don't know. Just
oh,
wing it.
yeah. So you had told me that you were raised by a single mom
Yep.
too. Okay. Do you know your dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was in my life my whole life.
Okay.
Just like, but like it was kind of just we went and visited once or twice a year,
Mm.
or like he lived in Manitoba,
Mhm.
and then he worked construction kind of all over the place. Like when I was young, he was in like Northwest Territories lots for a bit. Then he was like in Russia for a bit, and
Oh,
but
did you go and visit in Russia?
no,
Oh, okay.
no, he would either come to us because
Mm.
my mom moved lots. She was like a gypsy,
Mm.
so like I never went to the same school for more than 2 years my whole life. I lived in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, small town cities.
Mhm.
We just like kept moving. So my dad would usually come to us, but sometimes, like where he lives, Shalmos, Manitoba, kind of by Russell. Uh, that's like when I think of home, that's what I think of.
Mhm.
That's like the one constant I've had in my life is his house in Manitoba. So we would either go there for a couple weeks in the summer or something, or the winter, or he'd come to wherever we were. And so there's five of us. I have an older brother, older sister, younger brother, younger sister.
Mhm.
And then me and my older brother and sister have the same dad. And then my younger brother has a different dad, and my younger sister has a different dad. So my dad was like really the only one out of the three that helped,
Mm.
like paid child support,
Yeah.
was in our lives. Like my younger siblings don't know, don't really know their parents or their dad. They know their mom.
So then, like, do you have a good relationship with your dad?
Yeah,
Then? Yeah, you do.
yeah.
Okay,
Like
that's good.
it's good.
Did you when you were younger
Yeah,
have a good
it's kind of
relationship?
been
Yeah.
the same.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Mhm.
I want to get him on here sometime. He's like like a storyteller and a funny. He's just funny. I look like him,
Yeah.
except for he's just like just that big old guy. Tells jokes.
I look like him. He's a big old guy.
Yeah, I'm just like a younger version of him. If you saw me, you'd be like, "Oh yeah,
Mm,
that's your dad."
that's what people say about my dad too.
Yeah, and that's saying like Demi and her mom.
They look alike.
Yeah, just like yeah, yep,
Yep. Yep. Mhm.
yeah.
So you moved around a lot. What is a lot?
I mean, like I lived in Shamo, Saskatoon, Macklin, Wolseley, Indian Head, Grenfell, Kamloops. Went to Edmonton where my dad was. Wadena, Zenon Park, like
Everywhere.
Primate,
Mhm.
like everywhere.
Mhm.
Uh, and even like when I lived in Kamloops, like we lived in three different houses in Kamloops,
Mhm.
like so three different schools. So it's just like my mom liked to move,
Do you
which is like not that bad because I really got good at meeting people, making new
Yeah,
friends,
I was gonna say, did
and
that
talking to
affect
people.
you
No,
at all?
no.
No, but
But it,
you're not someone that has anxiety or,
but
like,
it,
you don't worry about stuff
but
like
it's
that.
interesting though because it did affect some of my other siblings.
Yeah,
Like it's totally different.
mhm,
Like some of my other siblings are like super anxious, super introverted. They hated moving. They
mhm.
hated meeting new people. And then I was just the opposite,
Hmm,
which is kind of interesting, you know? Like we grew up in the same place, the same house, the same way,
yeah.
and just totally opposite.
Do you still talk to people, like, your friends from all these places?
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I could pretty much go anywhere and know somebody.
Mhm.
Give them a shout, have a place to stay.
It's man of the land. You just know everybody.
Yeah. But like I've I guess like pretty intentional on keeping in touch with people.
Mhm.
Like I just like people. I'm always talking to people. If you like my phone, there's probably like 30 unread messages right now.
Really?
Just like conversations I'm having.
And
Always.
are you the kind of person that, like, keeps those, like, messages at, like, 30, or do you actually, like, go and,
No.
like, go through them and reply?
I always reply.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I don't reply to you, it's also intentional. If you hang out with me like long enough, I'm addicted to my phone for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just like always checking my phone.
But I feel like as a business owner and
That's
stuff like that, you're
yeah,
kind of attached to your phone. You kinda
definitely.
have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always like talking to someone about a program or a workshop or even with this, people reach out.
Mhm.
So it's just like, but like also I probably kind of use that as an excuse too, because I'm also talking to people about dumb things too.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm an addict.
Do you doom scroll? Where's my phone?
uh,
Where's my phone? Give me my phone.
like scrolling.
Or is it mainly like you're on your phone having conversations all the time?
That's like the majority,
Mhm.
but so I'm not that big of a scroller, but I have groups where people send me stuff.
Mhm.
Like I have a couple groups that are just for like dumb reels and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
The only one I do scroll on is TikTok,
Mm,
and that's usually like at night.
yeah.
But like Instagram, I don't really scroll, and then Facebook, I don't really scroll. It's just TikTok.
Mhm.
But then like when I wake up in the morning, I'll have like 8 people send me reels, so I'll watch those ones because
Yeah.
I know they're gonna send me some good stuff. Like they know
Yeah.
like my humor or like what I'm into, so I'll check those out. But like for me, Instagram is pretty much what my reels are is gonna be like boxing, workout stuff, motivation.
Mhm.
That's boring to scroll.
Yeah. So then you get that
But
splash of funny.
but TikTok,
Oh.
it's all over the place. It's just like I'm just like, what is
Yeah,
this?
what is happening?
Like what the heck? So that's my scroll is TikTok
Nice. And so you met Demi when you were 15.
in
You guys met
Wadena
when you were 15 in Wadena.
High School.
What did you think when you first met her? How'd you guys meet? I wanna know that story. What?
So you can up so you can top it and steal her away from
Yes.
me?
Yes.
What do I have to beat here?
Yes.
No, we met. So I moved to Wadena. My cousin lived there, and I worked at their. Oh yeah, gets wild. It gets nuts.
What's up?
Yeah,
They wanna be on.
yeah. Uh, but I went to Wadena to work at my auntie and uncle's restaurant and
Mhm.
help out for the summer, and then I just ended up staying there for school. So I just met her because she was one of my cousin's friends.
Mhm.
And in that like kind of group of friends, uh I didn't really hang out with that group. I was like I had a different group. Well,
Mhm. Just gotta chill. Good thing I
I just
didn't
had a
get that on
seizure.
good thing I didn't get that on camera. I was like there was a couple times I was like, "Gonna," and then I didn't.
Just don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're on camera.
I was like, "It's a chill. It's a chill down your spine, you know?"
You grabbed the hoodie, you didn't even put it
I
on.
know.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
So, okay.
Back to Demi.
Yeah.
Tell me
Okay.
more.
So, I hung out kind of like with like the rough kids,
Yeah.
you know, but they're like fun. It was fun. And then went to high school. And then Demi, she was smart,
Mm.
like on a roll, like 90. Like if she didn't get a 99 or up on a test, she's crying.
Yeah.
Um, it's funny because like I was good at school,
Mhm.
but like just effortlessly. Like I didn't study.
Oh.
So then when we started high school, we started hanging out, and then I started playing basketball. And then we started playing basketball, and then we started hanging out, and then it was kind of more like she initiated things. Like she would ask
Okay.
me to go like, "Hey, you want to come watch volleyball?
Yeah.
Want to come go for a walk?" Or like, uh, and then so then yeah, then we started hanging out.
Were
But
you, like, oblivious to it at
I
first?
was like a clueless dumb
Oh,
boy.
yeah. So she was like, "I like you," and you were like,
I'm like, "Oh
like,
yeah, my cousin's
whatever.
friend."
We're friends."
Yeah, and then we started hanging out, and then we started just like walking all the time. And then it was like, then we were like hanging out lots, walking, and then like there was like points where like we were walking all night, and then like her
Mhm.
dad was like trying to hunt us down, and that got wild. And then yeah, and then
Did
we
her
just
dad like you?
like he didn't really know me till after like because I only lived there for 6 months.
Mm.
At Christmas time I moved. Uh
Was that tough? Like, did you guys start dating before you left?
yeah,
Okay.
like right before we
So was
started dating
that
in like
tough?
November, and then I moved in December.
And where'd you guys move to?
I just moved like 2 hours away to a different town.
Oh, okay.
It was tough for Demi. Like
Yeah.
I was just used to moving.
Yeah.
Normal for me. For her, she's like, he's gonna break up with me.
Yeah.
And she thought but then like she would just come and hang out almost every weekend.
Mhm.
So she would just drive or and then she came and hung out and I just kept like moving farther and farther away. And then but she would always just come hang out or I'd come and hang out.
Whenever you could.
Um yeah.
Yeah.
And then so that we were like we dated apart till after high school. So I was grade 10.
Mm.
In grade 11, grade 12, we dated. What was that called? Long distance relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and then and then I moved back to Adina after high school for the summer and we just worked there. And then we moved to the city so Demi could go to university. And
And
we've
then you
been here ever
guys
since.
lived together when you
Yeah.
moved to the city. Yeah. Hey, what? That's so distracting.
Is it?
It's like, what are you guys doing over there? What's happening? I need to know.
I grew
I am so nosy. I'm the nosiest person alive. I need to know everything. That's why I think I'd be good at like a podcast because it's like, tell me everything about you. Like I'm trying to dig and find like trauma in you
in me?
somewhere. I don't know if I'm gonna find any.
Do you think I have trauma?
I don't know.
If I had trauma from what it's not that we know each other that well. How many
Mm,
times have we met? Less than
Like a
five.
handful for
5?
sure. Yeah, like around 5 times.
So what do you think?
I don't know. I think that you're really good at dealing with chaos.
Yeah.
I think you're really like, and it might be from moving around so much that you're so used to being in a constant chaos all the time where it's
Mm,
like moving, meeting new people, like you're constantly moving, going, going, going.
yeah.
So I feel like you're good at dealing with it. And I feel like you just, I don't think that you have don't have trauma, but I think that you've had hardships in your life
Mhm.
for sure, just by, um, like you and Demi have obviously had your arguments and your fights and whatever. When you've been with someone for that long, it's not always perfect.
Mhm.
So I think for sure you've been through hardships, but I'm like trying to find if there's any like trauma in there, but I don't know that there is.
You know what's interesting is because like, now that I go to communities and, like, I speak, and now I'm speaking more, and I always, like, think this is the issue I have with, like, sharing my story, I guess, 'cause, like, obviously, I've been through stuff,
Mhm.
and, like, it's hasn't but I feel like if like, I don't wanna make it sound like it was less than it was,
Mhm.
you know? Like, I don't wanna, cause I don't feel like I had a bad childhood,
Mhm.
but if you ask my older sister, we had the worst childhood,
Um,
you know?
yeah.
'Cause, like, it's not like we lived in pretty rough neighborhoods, we grew up like that, and there's other stuff that happened, but, like, I just remember always being happy and just, like, playing, and, like, I had friends and having fun, and my mom was just, like, this badass mom who just handled things, you
Mhm.
know? But if you talk to my older brother and sister, like, they have so much, it's just different.
Yeah.
So then I'm just like, and I talk like, and then I go to these communities, and if I kinda don't share my story that much, like, I just kinda give, like, a brief, because, like, I don't want to downplay what I went through because it wasn't that big of a deal to me.
Mhm.
But if someone else went through that and they're, like, suffering, and then I'm just like, I went through this and it was easy,"
Yeah.
you know? But to me, it was easy.
Yeah.
Like, nothing in my life I remember it being like, that was so tough to get through."
But I wonder if you did, and it would almost give those people that are going through the same thing a little bit of hope that, like, well, maybe if I change my mindset, I can get through this too, and it's not going to be that hard because, well, Cole did it, so like I can do it.
Mm,
Because when I got into social media, um, that was kind of my thing was like being super raw about everything that I go through, good or
yeah,
bad, right? Because it's like I'm human. People might be going through the same thing as me, and I want people to watch me go through it and see that like you can come out on the other end fine.
right.
You might cry about it, you might freak out about it, but like you'll be fine. So I think maybe sharing like your story to the full extent of what it is and like saying and but being communicating that you deal with chaos very differently than most people, and it's
Mhm,
different for you than it would be for them, but you're not downplaying that it wasn't hard for other people, but you
right.
just dealt with it differently. You just held it differently, and it might help people move past that differently. Not that you're not giving it the attention that it deserves or doesn't deserve, but you're giving hope
Mm.
to a better life from it.
Yeah, mm,
Because that's like what I'm looking for
yeah,
when I start my podcast is I want like hard truths. Like
right.
what is a hard truth about you that's hard for people to swallow, but like you got through it type deal.
Well, like, I I think, like, a skill that I have that I have no idea why I have it, is
Mm.
that I don't hold on to things, and I
Yeah.
let go quickly.
Mhm.
It's like I can just move on
Yeah.
very quickly.
In order to do that, what like in your brain, how does that go? Like if you're going through a hardship and you're going through something, what in your brain clicks and you're like, you just let it go.
You know what? I think, okay, I think it's because even just you saying that, like moving a lot,
Mhm.
like that probably has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Just like being able to deal with things on the go, on the fly,
Mhm.
and like adapting, But then also, I think boxing has helped that
Mhm.
because I've been in combat sports since I was 15, and like combat sports, you have to learn in chaos. So I've just spent the last 20 years. This one sport I do is just like people are trying to hurt you
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
and you're just like, ha 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 ha. This guy's trying to knock me out,
Yeah.
you know?
Try to stay calm.
Because I look at like if me and Demi got into a disagreement, or I had to go do a workout at the gym, or I had to solve something with business, like those all are the same thing to me.
Mm.
It's just work that has to be done.
Yeah.
It's like something I have to go through. And I don't look at it as good or bad. It's just like if I want my business to succeed, I have to do that. If I want my marriage to succeed, I have to do that. If I want to be in shape, I have to do that. And it's not like, oh, because this is business, this hurts more, or because it's Demi, it hurts more, or because it's just like there's work that needs to be done, and I'm gonna
Amen.
do the work. I'm gonna go do the reps, and I'm gonna figure it out, and then I can move on. And I just don't have an emotional attachment to it,
Mhm.
you know? Even though in some situations it's all emotional,
Mhm.
with a relationship,
Yeah.
or something that's all physical, or here it's all logistical. But it's just like it's just work that needs to be done if you want to get to a better place.
I think that it's also possible that being emotional, but also getting the work done is in it can coexist.
I think so too.
'Cause there was lots of times in my life where, people would look at me and be like, "Well, how did you do that? I don't understand how you got through that." And it's kind of like, well, nobody's coming to save me. I gotta do it. I
Mhm,
don't have a choice. I have to do it. I'll still be upset for when I do it, but it needs to get done.
mhm,
Like same with if I have an extremely busy day and I'm like, "God," like there's not enough hours in the day. And I'm like, I'm gonna be so tired. And it's like, well, you know what? Get it done.
sometimes you
You have
just gotta
no
be
other choice,
tired.
but you have to do it.
Mhm,
And I think the biggest part of that is telling people like you're not the main character in everybody's story. Like nobody's coming to save you. You gotta do it.
you're not the main character in anyone else's story
Mhm.
except for yours,
Mhm. And nobody's the main character in your story either.
right?
So it's like at any point in time, and this is a scary thought that I have sometimes, is say in the future Connor and I are married, you know, and it's very possible that somebody someday he wakes up and he doesn't love me anymore. And we're not on the same page. We're not in the same place. But like if that happens, it happens. I can't stop it from happening. I need to do what I need to do to get through that and be prepared that I like a catastrophic thinker. So
Mm,
I think like that all the time where it's like I always plan for the worst
mm,
and if it happens it happens like us talking about babies. Unfortunately, we live in an era and a day and age where a lot of people don't stay together anymore. Fortunately, him and I are very much old schooled, like old fashioned, and we don't really believe in giving up on each other. But if it ever came to it, he's the kind of man that I would be okay co-parenting with.
mm,
He would be a good co-parent. So these are things that I also put into consideration is like a prenup's not bad because it's just securing, you know, my future.
right.
And I need to look out for myself, number one. Until I have a baby, I am my first priority.
Mm,
I think a lot of people forget
yeah.
that you are your first priority.
Mm,
Nobody else should come above you until you have a kid.
right.
I think your kids always come above you when you have them.
I think so too.
And I think it should always be that way.
Yeah. I
'Cause,
agree.
yeah, it's everybody's first time at life. Like, nobody's got it perfect. So, yeah, I think telling your story and, like, helping people realize that it's like, okay, I've trying to find an example. Like, I've been through this thing, crying about it isn't gonna change that it happened, but if I move forward and do better, be better, that can
Mm,
be the change that you wanna see.
yeah. So I think the problem I have is I don't feel relatable to many people. I've never met many people who think like me
Mhm.
or who so I feel like if I shared, like I would not people would not relate with me. You know,
Sometimes
even
uh,
like when I think about crying,
mhm,
never do I feel like I should be crying. Like I could probably count on one hand how many times I've cried in my life
mhm.
without alcohol,
Yeah.
sober. Never does something happen where I'm like, I should be crying. Or like my
So
brain just doesn't do that.
so this is where I'm like, "Okay, so with alcohol, what is it that you cry? Why do you cry with alcohol?"
Uh I, and you know what? It's usually just vodka. Sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's everything.
Yeah.
It's just like
So
something on my brain shuts down.
there are things that make you emotional.
Yeah. Even okay,
So I
so
think there is something that's stopping you when you're sober and you are in a coherent mind state that's stopping you from being emotional,
right.
which is something that has probably happened to you
Yeah.
that stops you from that in that threshold of being an emotional and vulnerable man,
Mhm.
if that makes sense. So it's trying to find what that is.
Yeah,
Do you know what that is?
no. But that's the
Where
thing
and
too
when
is
that
like that's
happened?
like the balance, not the balance. That's like I've been trying to weigh the pros and cons because like I've thought about like going to therapy and like trying to understand myself. But then I'm also like, do I want to like open up some kind of floodgate? And now I'm crying every day.
What's wrong with crying every day?
Nothing.
Well, there you go.
But for me, like I like my life.
Okay.
I love what I do every day. I love
Yeah.
everything. Uh, so why would I need to be crying every day?
But it's the same thing with, you read books,
Yeah.
a lot of self-help books,
Right.
right? So, if you could get a coach to help you heal things that you don't know need to be healed, that are
But
stopping you from being a vulnerable person, because let's say your kids get older and they've never seen their dad cry, right? And so let's say they go through a hardship and they don't with and not saying that you're not providing a safe place for your kids to be vulnerable or to cry, but they've never seen you do it.
mhm,
Kids learn a lot from seeing,
right.
right? Um, Even young adults learn a lot from seeing. So with you not crying and not being vulnerable and you feel like you're not relatable, do you think like, is that a fear of yours that your kids might not be able to relate to, like, "Well, why doesn't dad, like, cry? Why isn't dad as vulnerable? Like, can I talk to him about this stuff?" And whatever
I
they're going through?
I don't think s
Or do you think, like, when it comes to your kids, you'd be able to be vulnerable and
well, like I don't think vulnerable and crying are necessarily
the
related
same thing?
because
Yeah.
I talk about everything.
Mhm. But to you, I think that for you, crying is vulnerable because you don't cry.
but it's not like I'm trying not to cry.
Mhm. You just don't.
I just never feel like I should be.
Okay.
Like, there's never a sensation where it's like and I'm just like, "Don't you do it." Like, that doesn't
Yeah.
happen, you know?
Yeah. Was I making
So
any sense when I, like, set
yeah,
that scenario? Yeah, okay.
yeah, that
I'm just
makes
making sure.
yeah. You're just replaying it in your
I'm
head.
like, "Did
Am
I
I a
say was I
psychopath?
rambling?" Like, holy.
No, no, no. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like it's not like it's a battle I'm going
Mhm.
through.
But it's just not something that you wanna open
Yeah.
up
But, like, I
just in
talk about
case.
sad things. I talk about things all the time, you know? Like, I open up and I talk to Demi or, like, if I need to talk about our marriage, I have people who I talk to and, like, how I'm feeling, and if I'm
Mhm.
feeling like this is getting like, I
Yeah.
talk about everything. There's just no tear like, I don't feel like anything's ever sad.
Hmm. And
Like, I feel like
I'm
things just are.
they just are.
That's how
Yeah.
I feel. Like, things are just like, I don't think I'm that special, that things are happening to me. I think things are just happening,
Mhm.
and I just happen to be there.
Yeah.
Even in a marriage, it's just like me and Demi were traveling on our journeys, and then we met, and now we're just like but it's like, a week or 2 sooner or later could have missed, like and then I could be having these issues with something like, or and then that one didn't work because just like where they were at in their journey didn't it's just
There's
like
no point in thinking of all that.
yeah, it's just like things are just and that's same with like when people get mad, like never
But that doesn't, like, blow your mind, though? That it's like, what if? What if we didn't end up together? What if we didn't know each other? I love having those conversations because 'cause I'm just like, life would be so
yeah, it would be different.
like, where would we be? But it's like, those I don't know. Also, I'm the kind of person that likes to dissect things like that,
Yeah.
right? And,
Even
like, I'm not there's no ulterior motive, like, I'm not like, "I don't wanna be with you,"
yeah,
type
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right?
I
It's
know
just
what you
like
mean though. Because it is like interesting to think about. But like even okay, when you were talking before about like catastrophe like
catastrophic overthinker.
yeah,
Mhm.
catastrophic overthinker.
Mhm.
I never think about that.
Yeah.
Never does the bad cross my mind. It's just like it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
That's just like how my mind works. Is
Mhm.
like idea, it's gonna work out, go. And
Yeah.
like I don't know where that comes from, but like I've tried to like think about this is how like I process that is like I believe in myself.
Mhm.
Like I have a lot of self confidence and like I just know that I'm competent.
Mhm.
And I've never been in a situation where I've just like completely failed and crumbled and like had to crawl out of this because of like all these mistakes I've made and it was like all my fault.
Mhm.
It's like I've figured it out. So it's like whatever comes up, why wouldn't I figure it out? It's like why would this be the thing
Yeah.
that totally just collapses my whole entire life? Like I don't think I can't even name a thing that could happen that would happen. Like the
Yeah.
word because even for me and Demi, like, because that's kind of how we work. Is she like tells like what ifs. And I always just say to her like the worst thing that could happen is like we lose everything and we go have to go live with your parents. And like that's not that bad. Now we get like free supper and like get to chill and watch Netflix. Like,
Yeah.
mm, that's all right.
We'll start again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
So it's like I just never think like that.
Yeah.
And then I also feel like if it never happens, like for you, whether it happens or it doesn't happen, now it doesn't matter because you went through it like it happened.
Mhm.
And then maybe you went through it the next day too. And then a week later you went through it again. And then it never happened, but you went through it like it happened. Or if it does happen, now you get to go through it a fifth time
Mm.
because you're going to put yourself through the stress of going through it. When it's like you could just experience it when it happens and just experience it once. But now you get to experience it 5 times or 6 times or 19 times, depending on how bad you overthink and how often.
Are we talking about what I think we're talking about?
Uh-huh.
Are we talking about, like, I'm like, is there an underlying situation that I'm not picking
I'm
up
just
right
talking
now?
about in general.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying, though?
I
You
think
understand what I'm
I
saying?
think a lot
You
more
could just go through it once
yeah. And then some people choose to keep going through it.
or, like, making up situations that never happen.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, I think a lot of people need to stop being like, well, what if the worst happens and it's like, I want to do this, but what if it doesn't work out? And it's like, but what if it does work out? Like,
mhm,
imagine what you could have if it does work out.
yeah.
You'll never know unless you try.
And I think people don't make it work out because they keep having those thoughts.
Because it's
So then
not
they
going to.
start and then they're like, all these what ifs, and then they quit. They only fail because they quit. They don't fail because they've actually failed.
Mhm. Like, to the bitter end. Failed.
But it's only because they quit.
Yeah.
Even if it was like they quit doing things they should be doing to make it succeed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm also supposed to be keeping an eye on this, aren't I?
Maybe.
Sorry.
What are we at?
We're at 37
Yeah.
minutes. What? I'm like, is it still recording? I'm just making sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy though.
No. I think that you are just very good at being in chaos because of your childhood. Because you processed it differently. You're chemically wired differently than your siblings.
Are
So,
you saying I'm better than them?
I'm saying you're chemically wired differently.
That's not what I heard.
You're you're a different person, Like, but put anyone else in that situation, like, it's always you see those movies, right, of those kids that are like, "Oh, I'm an army brat," and
Mm,
it's, like, the worst thing, and they hate moving so much, and it's like, there is positives to it. Okay, you were born to be a positive kid. You were born to be a positive person. I don't think
mhm,
that there's anything wrong with that, and it shouldn't be seen as weird either. Because there's too many negative people
yeah.
in the world. There's too much negativity for someone who's positive, who negativity doesn't affect. That should not be seen as different or weird, but it is. People are like, "Wow, you're weird because you don't cry." And it's like, well, "Why do I have to cry?"
Yeah.
Right? I cry all the time, and that's not weird either.
Mhm,
It's all normal. People just, like, don't know how to wrap their heads around other people and how they function.
right. Yeah, everyone's just individual.
And, like, I have a hard time understanding people
Mhm,
and how they act a lot of the time and their actions and how they react to things and how they handle things, and I'm just like, "I don't understand that." Like, I can't understand that, I can't get it. Like, "Why do you do that?" And I get, like, genuinely curious, and so I'm like, "Why do you act that way? Like, are you okay?" And they're just like
What's
and they
wrong
think
with you?
they think like I'm, like, picking them apart and
Yeah, yeah.
dissecting them and judging them. But I'm just, like, genuinely curious, like, I'm like, it's so the way people's minds work is so fascinating to me. Like, in another life, I would have been a psychologist for sure.
Mm,
I love psychology because I just love, like, the way people work and how
me
they
too.
function and, like, what made them that way, and, like, that's different and
I could recommend a bunch of other books for
oh,
you.
nice. More books.
There's a book you would love. It's called Wired That Way.
Mm,
And it talks about how people are wired.
yeah.
And it's this is how you're wired. Like this will never change.
But you remember we had this conversation about, like, you can rewire your brain. If you really try and you really want to, like, but you have to, like, want it so bad to be different and think different, you have to, like,
I think
immerse yourself into that.
it's less of like that. Like, it's less of, like, what you believe, and more of, like, an example is, some people are wired to talk directly.
Mhm.
You just speak directly. And other people see that as, like, being attacked. They see that
Oh,
as conflict. They see that
I
they would
remember
never
yeah,
speak
I remember
directly.
talking about
Yeah.
this on our first episode together.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so, like, that's what it's more like, and
yeah.
it's like, okay, if somebody's like this is how you should talk to them, or, like, this is why they're like that, and then
Like,
it's
if
like
someone, like, views, like, confrontation as aggression,
aggression. Now they're gonna look at you like, "This person's an
you're
asshole,"
or, like, angry.
or angry all the
Yeah.
time, and you're
Yeah,
just going through your
but
day normally.
yeah,
You should
yeah,
read that book.
I should. I loved psychology in high school. It was my favorite class
Yeah,
'cause
that'd be like if I was
I loved learning how, like, when you reward a dog for good behavior, like, you can, like, behavior, you know what I
uh-huh,
mean? Like, people's behaviors, and it's like when you talk to a friend who's going through a bad relationship or a bad relationship with their family, but you're enabling that behavior towards yourself, you're allowing them to treat you like that,
mm,
so they're gonna continue to do that. But it's also like, they'll learn that on their own. You can't. You
I
can
think
tell
that's
them till you're blue in the face,
I think
but
that's, like, comes from, like, your self-love too,
how much you respect yourself.
because like, I think your ability to love yourself, it it is in direct relation to how you let people treat you.
And I do think it has a very big thing with self-respect as well,
Yeah,
because it's like, if if I respected myself the way that I say that I do, I would not let that happen to myself.
mhm,
I wouldn't treat anybody else that way. Why would I let someone treat me that way?
yeah,
It has a lot to do with, like, self-respect, self-love,
yeah,
and being aware. And sometimes even being self-aware isn't enough. You can be self-aware as much as you want about your problems and your issues, but it's like you gotta be willing to do the work.
mm,
You gotta be willing to sit there and sit with that hard truth about yourself and work on that to better not just better your life, but better your quality of life.
right,
I think that's the hard pill to swallow for a lot of people
yeah,
is like, honestly, majority of the population, especially on social media, they'll tell you that their life is great, probably about 99% of the time. It's not that great, but people don't talk about that. And it's like, and then there's scandals, right? What?
like what?
Well, like I'm saying, like, people idolize these people on social media and it's
Mm,
fake. All of it's
yeah,
fake. And then all of a sudden something comes out, a scandal comes out about that person, and it's like your hero, and it's like, "Oh my god." Like you're flabbergasted by what this person did. And it's like, you really, like, you thought that that whole thing was real? Like, I never believe anything I see on social media. And that's why I'm so adamant on being so real and, like,
mm,
raw, and, like, I swear like a trucker, I cry, I get mad, I scream, I yell, whatever. I'm a normal human being. Not every day is a great day. Like, when I walked in here, it's been a day. It has been a day.
yeah,
I fight with my friends, I fight with my family, I
fight with your fridge.
fight with my fridge, with my guts,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
almost didn't make it to work, you know? It's just it's been a day, and I'm whatever, still moving on, still going, got shit to do. No one else can do it for me. My boss is yeah, today she was I was like, "I don't know if I can do today, man." Like, my stomach's not happy with me because pretty sure the yogurt I ate this morning was bad. Same with the almond milk. So, yeah, I was not happy. And I just took a couple Gravol, and she was like, "Keep me posted." I think an hour later, I was like, "I'm fine."
Mm.
And she was like, "You're incredible." And it's like, "Well, whatever. I'm here. What am I gonna do? Go home and cry in bed? I'll just cry here. It's fine. I don't have very many clients today anyways. I got time."
You'd be a lot more comfortable at home.
True, but it's like I also make money when I'm at work, so might as well cry on company hours.
Well, I got a question for you then.
Okay?
Do you respect yourself?
I think not to the capacity that I would like to.
Mm.
I think I've allowed a lot of shitty behavior towards myself that I would never do to anybody else, but I have a very big problem with, letting people walk all over me, uh, because I have an extremely big heart, and I struggle a lot, um, with people pulling me in with tears and vulnerability because I've been there before in my life. So it hurts me when I see people who are alone, but a lot of the time the people who are alone are that way because they put themselves there.
Mm.
And so when I was alone, I promised myself I would never let anybody sit alone ever again because I was always the black sheep. So I have a very big heart and I'm a very passionate person. So my big heart keeps people I will keep people in my life a lot longer than they should be. And I have a lot more understanding for people and I have a lot of tolerance for people and their actions, and I give a lot of excuses for people and their actions. So I probably don't respect myself as much as I should when it comes to stuff like that. But I do have a lot of self-respect when it comes to my health, um, my motivation, my dedication, who I am as a person. I stick to my word. I keep my word. And yeah, I live my life at like max capacity. I do what I can when I can, and I love extremely hard. And I find that that does get me in a lot of shit a lot of the time.
You're passionate.
That's what my mom says. It's a nice way of saying I'm a psycho, pretty much. I'm a spaz. I am a spaz. I do spaz quite a bit, but
Could see that.
yeah. My mom calls it passion because my mom's my biggest fan. She's my I'm her favorite person, so she's always like, "There's nothing wrong." Like, yeah, moms enable, you know, behavior, and of course, my mom's always gonna be on my side with everything, and I think that that also like, if I go to her and I'm like, "Am I being unreasonable?" She's the first person to be like, "No," because, like, I'm her baby, right? So, because I get so passionate, I cry. My mom hates seeing me cry. Well, actually, she laughs at me because she says I have frog lips when I cry, so
Do you?
yeah, she says they look like frog lips when I cry because I quiver them and, like, purse them out a little bit, and so she laughs at me when I cry sometimes, but so that's a lie. She doesn't hate seeing me cry. She
Enjoys it?
she laughs. I remember she cut my hair really short, and because I had lice when I was a kid.
Bugs.
Yeah, nits. And, she cut my hair really short 'cause she didn't wanna go through it because it was long, and I was bawling. She was laughing at me, And I looked at her and I'm like, "What kind of a mother laughs at their kids while they're crying like this?" And she's just like, "You're being so dramatic." But to me, that was traumatizing. Like, we just chopped my hair off. Like, what are you doing, lady? But yeah. See, women are so complex. Men are so easy. Like, you would have been fine. You know, like if someone came and like shaved your beard off, like you would be like, you'd be like, meh, I'll grow it out.
I just go back instantly.
Oh.
Bzz,
Mhm. Yeah,
You know,
I believe it.
I always think about like emotions. I always feel like, and I don't know if this is, I always feel like emotions can be like almost like manipulative,
Yeah, for
you
sure,
know?
100%.
It's like so sometimes when people are emotional, it's like if I don't know them or why they're being emotional, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust it,
Mm.
you know?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like whether it's anger or sad or but I think that also comes from me not being emotional.
Mm.
You know, like
'Cause
if
you wouldn't do that to
right.
somebody.
Like it's like
So you
if
can't
I'm going
understand why people would do it.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm going through this thing and I'm just telling you how it is, but then it's like sometimes I'm like, are you trying to make me feel sorry for you?
Guilt.
So now like are you trying to manipulate the situation? Or it's like cuz like I feel like the times I've yelled or got angry, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to intimidate. I'm trying to make you feel small, you know? Like if like cuz like even here if I said like hey, you got to go or if I said hey, you got to get the fuck out of here and started yelling and stood up,
Mhm.
like those are two separate things.
Yeah.
One is like, like hey, you got to go. And you get to decide. The other one's like now I'm trying to change the environment of the situation.
Mhm.
And that's how I feel about emotions a lot of the time.
And you know what? A lot of people subconsciously don't know they're doing it.
Right.
Have no clue
Because
that
they've
they are
done it and it
manipulating the
worked
situation. Yeah.
before so many times that now it's just like a part of their defense mechanism.
Mhm.
But then that's like mean to say. Yeah.
But it's true.
But it's true.
It's true, and it's honest, and it's real.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't look at themselves and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm manipulating this person to feel bad for me
Right.
because I don't want them to be mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna cry,
Right.
and I'm gonna make excuses, and I'm gonna say what I can
Mm-hmm.
to flip
So
the script and guilt trip them so they feel bad."
yeah. So I really try and just like listen to what they're saying. And if they are emotional, to just like ignore that and just
And
listen
see if
to what
it's
they're saying.
genuine. I think it's like, I feel maybe I'm not a good judge of character of what's genuine tears or not. Tears
Yeah.
work so well on me.
Now
It's
I know that.
bad.
I'm gonna use it all the time.
Like, my boyfriend has cried once in front of me, rip my heart out, throw it on the
Mm.
fucking ground, set it on fire. I'm done. Like, I was a fucking wreck. Like, I was like, "This man
Mm.
is so vulnerable in front of me," and they were genuine tears.
Yeah.
Like, because we were not in an argument, like, we were just talking
Right.
about a situation and talking about something in his past, right? And started the quiver and the tears, and I was like, "No, don't do that." I was like, "Oh my god, the love of my life," and I was just
Mm.
like, "I never want anybody to ever hurt you again, I swear to God." Like, I was like, "I'm fighting the world, and I'm setting it on fire for making you cry." Like, I'm that type of passion, so it's like, when people cry in front of me, it pulls a string, and I'm just like, "God, I can't handle it." My brother my brother's cried in front of me twice. Once when our grandpa died,
Mm.
and the The other time is when his ex-girlfriend broke into his house, and he called me, and I came there, and he had punched a hole in the wall, and he was crying, and he was like, "Chase, I try so hard not to be like this," because he does have, um, some anger in him as well. Um, and that was, like, kind of his thing, he used to like throwing punches and stuff. So he punched a hole in the wall because he was so angry, but, like, he didn't wanna do anything he regretted.
Mm.
So he's like, "I'm trying really hard not to be like this," and he started crying. I was like, "I'm gonna kill somebody." I was like, "My sweet angel baby brother is crying." He's not, he's older than me. And I was like, I'm well, like, my tackles were up, and I was like, "Where is she?" I was so mad. She left before I got there because, like, his best friend was like, "You better leave because Chase is on her way here." Because I was like, "I'm coming to protect my brother." I was so mad.
Mm.
But it's like, yeah, when people who don't cry in front of me, even when people who cry in front of me, it just, like, I'm like, "God, I love you, okay? Sorry. Just come here. Let me protect you."
Yeah. I think Demi too, like, times that she seen me cry, she just, like, secretly enjoyed it. She's just like,
Soaking it in.
"Yeah, like, I never see this. I never see this side." Yeah, he's and, like, probably the same thing, like, he's being so vulnerable with me right now. Let me hold
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
you.
it's just like when it's your partner and you
Yeah,
don't see them cry and they're the man
yeah,
and you see it and you're just like, "Oh my," like, it's just it sets off a different, like, endorphin in your brain, I swear, and
mm,
it just makes you fall in love with that person so much more, you know?
yeah,
Whereas, like, I see Haley cry, oh man, that too, that I wanna burn the world down when I see that girl cry because it's heartfelt. She's
yeah,
so hurt, and I just, like, I can't when I hear it in her cracking in her voice. She sends me videos instead of, like, messaging me. I've cried watching her videos
mm.
and, like, have sent her videos back bawling. I'm like, you're perfect, shut up, nobody's right, you're just it's okay." Like, I'm like, "Yeah, that girl,
Just both you snot just
no,
running.
like, she could get away with murder with
Mm,
me." Yeah, she's definitely someone that, like, all she's gotta do is cry. I shouldn't say that either. She knows it
just
now.
gonna write that down.
She's gonna be like, "Got it.
Now
Got her
that
in my back pocket."
now that I know that,
You don't
I'll be
cry,
crying
though.
all the time every time I talk to you and just need something.
Water in the eyes. You'd be like, "Chase." I'd be like,
He's being so vulnerable.
"Oh," I'll just start crying.
Yeah.
"It's okay, we can cry together."
No, that's good.
Uh,
So how do you feel about being on that side?
I don't know, I think it feels good. It feels the same, to be honest. Yeah,
Easy.
like, I'm directing more of the conversation, I guess, but, like, I feel like I still talked the same amount.
It's like more of a that's like because when I think about it, it's more of a conversation. It's not an interview. It's a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
You just
And that's definitely the setup that I want, for
mm,
sure. Is, like, I want it to be comfortable because the things that I wanna talk about are uncomfortable,
mm,
like, extremely.
mm.
So it's like, I want it to
Do you
flow.
like what's a question that would be an uncomfortable question?
Depends on who I'm asking. Like, there's one person that I know that I could get extremely uncomfortable with, and she's gonna be on it. She said she would, so and she knows that. And, like, see, this is the thing, like, when I know who's coming on to my podcast, I'm like, the questions are gonna be asked, like, "What's off limits?
Mm,
What can I not talk about? What can I not ask about?"
Well, good thing you
Are
don't know
you
me
willing
very
to
well.
answer? Like, are you willing to answer hard questions,
Mm,
you know? Because it's, like, this specific person that I know are gonna be extremely hard and tough questions. Like, I need to know if she's willing to answer them.
right.
Because it's like, if you're coming on and you're coming to tell your story full front and back, like, I know your story, so I'll ask you the right questions, but you gotta be willing to answer those. Same with my mom. Like, I wanna have my mom on because I wanna know the hard truths about being a single parent.
Mm,
Like, what was it like not wanting children and you ended up with 2 kids? What's that like? Do you resent having them?
mm,
Like, do you ever wish that you didn't have kids? Or that you would've put me up for adoption? Or you would've, terminated or something? Like, what's in your going through your mind as a 23, 24-year-old mom
yeah.
with 2 kids? Did you ever, like, sit there and was like, "I fucking hate these kids.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wanna get rid of them."
And probably definitely.
Yeah, so, like, what's the hard truth about being a single mom?
Yeah.
What's the hard truth about being, a 3rd child, the baby of the family when your parents are at a point in their lives where they're going and living their lives? You're sitting at home with your 2 older siblings that don't really care to watch you. So you're going and you're running away with 26-year-old men when you're 19 with a mohawk. Like, what's that like? Tell me about it. Like, these are the questions I wanna ask, and these are the things I wanna know. And it's like the more you get into those things, the more they open up, the more they say, and the more you're like, "Oh, so okay." It's like therapying someone almost, like psychologically breaking them down and being like,
Mm,
"Well, do you think that maybe how you handle situations now is like this is the reason why you do that? Are you like willing to work on that to fix it
mm.
and make it better?" But something happened, it went away.
It's probably close to an hour, hey?
Yeah.
What's the computer say?
Where do I read that?
Top represent the
Oh,
record.
an hour and 3?
Oh, yeah. It only holds for about an hour,
Oh,
the video.
yeah. So, that's, like, what I kinda want, and, like, I don't care about what you've achieved after, like, I wanna know everything before, like, I wanna know the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
shitty, nitty-gritty garbage that you've been through, because it's like, somebody is going through that,
Right.
and they don't necessarily need to hear, like what you did to get out of that, what you did, and then how hard you worked to get where you are. Sometimes people just need to hear that normal, regular people go through horrible stuff
It's like relate.
and they're still alive,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know? So it's like some of the stuff that like Haley's been through in her life, like a lot of people, I'm sure, could listen to that,
Benefit.
could, yeah, benefit to hearing what she's been through. And she's never turned to alcohol or drugs or anything to help her
Mm,
cope with the things that she's been through, and she's still alive. That's the biggest thing is, like, a lot of things and hard truths that people go through, a lot of people end up taking their lives because of them.
mhm.
So it's like, I just wanna show people, like, it's possible to be strong.
Well, once you start, just let me know because I probably know some people that
Yeah, like,
you could have on.
like, dark stories for sure. I want people who've been to prison for sure. I
Mm,
have a couple guys that I'm gonna talk to and, like, talk about, like, what prison's like. Just, like, crazy stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, the dark stuff that, like,
yeah.
not a lot of people talk about. Because a lot of people talk about the good stuff, right?
Good stuff. Even you, like, you could even have Justin on, share his story.
Yeah, there's a couple people, my coworker, because she went through a really difficult marriage. So I want to see if she'd be open. But see, and that's the thing. A lot of people, because Saskatoon's such a small city, a lot of the time when someone's been through something at the hands of somebody else, they are uncomfortable telling their story
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it'll upset the hands that did it to them,
Right.
right? And so they get worried. Whereas, like, I don't care. Like I said, if
Yeah.
you did this to me and I'm telling my story and you're not okay with it, you shouldn't have did it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe me telling my story to whoever's listening, whether that's 100 people, 10 people, a million people, and you're uncomfortable with those people knowing what you did, be better, do better, make it right. Because,
Yeah.
like, now you're publicized. Now that's out there. Now you have to be held accountable for your actions.
What if it was 20 years ago and they're not that person anymore and they did the work?
Mm, yeah. I still want to know about the dark stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like Justin, for example.
Like something,
Um,
like something Justin said on the podcast was like when he goes back home and he shares his story, sometimes he doesn't share names
mhm,
because he doesn't want this kid to think of his uncle that way, this
yeah,
person to think of their grandma that way,
mhm,
because they're not that person anymore.
and that's valid for sure. But I feel like there's some stories that it's hard to
Yeah,
not mention names.
right.
Like, there's one for sure, and I'm hoping that she still wants to do it by the time I get it going.
Mm,
Even, you know what? She even said she wanted to be on here again, but she wanted me to help co-host because I know the questions to ask her,
right.
and, like, you don't know the questions to ask her.
Even just you host it.
Like, just on your
Yeah,
are you sure?
why not?
I guess,
It's
yeah.
not about me.
Well, it's your
I'm
podcast,
just a
so
lowly boxing coach.
I think it'd be good to have
even like my even like I think Demi and another one of our friends, they're gonna come do one about being mothers and stuff.
oh, cute, that's
I don't
fun.
need to be involved.
Would you ever do, like, a co-host where you would, like, interview someone with,
With someone?
like,
I have
say we
before.
co-host this
Yeah,
and, like, we, like, interviewed somebody.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that
Yeah.
because I had a teacher come on. He's my friend Shaylin Fox,
Yeah.
and then he brought two of his students who wanted to
Yes.
share their story.
Okay.
And obviously, I don't know these students. I don't know.
Mhm.
Now I know them, but so like he kind of led it.
'Cause it's like you and I do have different views,
Yeah,
and we do have different ways that we see things,
right.
and I think that it's kinda cool to have that 2 opposites with
Yeah,
someone because you can get 2 different points of view
right.
from it, or, like, say you take something differently than I take something.
Yeah.
And
And
then
even though like I'm usually right and you're usually wrong, it'll be awesome.
would it? It'd be bullying chase hours. Fuck. Bring back
Bring
bullying.
back bullying. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I that's actually a really good idea.
Hmm.
You would do that for me?
Why not?
That's dope. You make me cry. I'm gonna cry.
That's fine. Well,
I think it would be good to interview her, um, with you, because I think you're good for comedic relief.
okay.
I think you're good for some laughs, you know? Like, even when it's serious, like, I feel like you're good at, like, being like,
Yeah.
"Let's lighten it a little bit," because there will
Yeah.
be probably some tears for sure.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm gonna bring it up to her and see what she says.
I'm in.
Yeah? I think that would be a really good episode. It would be really raw, though, that's for sure.
It's fine.
I'd definitely have to ask her, like, what's off limits, because she knows me, I'll ask anything. It's just because 'cause I'm nosy. Nosy person.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it, that's all she wrote. All I got for you.
what time were we at?
An hour and 12.
Hour and 12.
Yeah.
Plus 56. That's 2 hours and something.
Yeah. We tend to just we ramble.
You're good.
We talk.
Okay.
Same with me and Demi when we were sitting there, we talked for, like, another half an hour,
Yeah,
45
you guys
minutes.
can have one too.
Mhm. That would be fun.
Talk about how I'm always right and you guys are always wrong. Why are you laughing?
It's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. Call it. Hit stop.